Hello everyone, it is Thursday and here today we're going to have some fun. I have a beautiful card class. I think you're going to really enjoy it. So let me just share with you what we're going to be using. So we're going to be using the Twisted in Time bundle, and my lighting today is just really weird. So forgive me, I'll show you a close-up of it, but we're going to be using the Twisted in Time stamp set and the dies. We're going to be using our basic rhinestones. Going to be using the 2023-2025 in color designer paper. And remember, these colors are going to be going away soon. We're going to be getting a fresh batch, so be sure to get your ink refills and whatever paper and designer paper you want with these colors. We're going to be using boho blue, going to use copper clay, and mossy meadow. So let me just turn you down and we'll get crafting. Yeah, so I don't know what the deal is with my lighting. I don't quite understand what's happening. It's beautiful and sunny here in Adams, Wisconsin. And all my lights are on. I have no idea what is happening. So bear with me, please. So let me just adjust this. All right. So Twisted in Time. I think it's a really different kind of stamp set. So I had some fun playing with that. Here are the dies. Let me just show you real quick. Some pre-cutouts that I did. So you get the cutout, or the die cut. Let me just move this over. The tree, it looks a little gnarly, but when we put it all together, it does look really pretty. Here's some of the cutouts for the leaves. And this, I think, is for like a little frame. I haven't used it yet. But we also have this big label, and we've used we're going to use this today. Here's the cutout for the gnarly tree, and this is for the big stamp. So you get to put these all together and you can cut out the whole tree. This kind of is, I don't know, it's like a mat. I kind of pre-cut it out just to kind of see what it does, or did. So it almost looks like some type of lace. It's really pretty. We're not using this in our cards. Maybe in the next set. All right, so let me just put this here on the side. The lighting, just kind of crazy. So this is the stamp set. So we have a Happy Easter, we have a thank you, we have a friendship, we have a you're very special. Love it. All right, so let's get crafting. Our first card, we are going to be using boho blue and the designer series paper. And I've already pre-cut out some of this, so we wouldn't have to worry about that for time's sake. All right, so we have our card base. Let's just fold this in half. Alright, so here's our card base. Then I already cut out the designer paper, and we are going to attach this just flat. So let's see, I want the little circles on top, so we'll put the adhesive on the back. Yeah, yesterday we had a snowstorm. We were supposed to get like 6 to 8 inches of snow, but it was that wet, heavy snow, and we had a lot of rain prior to it, so we ended up only getting maybe 3-4 inches, which wasn't too bad, but just enough to make it not safe driving. All right, so I'm going to be using the copper clay. I'm really gonna miss this color. I really like this one. All right, so let's grab our gnarly tree. I don't know if that's what it's called, but that's what I'm calling it. So I already have the white cut out. Let me just make sure I have it facing the right way. All right, So you might see this a little upside down, but you need to see what I'm doing. All right, so we'll put our tree base on here. Yeah, so walking to the studio, I have a section between the house and the studio, and it's all pine trees, and it's really pretty. But as I'm walking, all the snow is kind of like melting. We're supposed to literally have like 50, almost 60-degree weather in the next day or so. So crazy. We go from a snowstorm to super warm weather, which I'm fine with. All right, so we stamped our tree base, and now I'm going to use the boho blue, and we're going to stamp our background. Let's see here. Where's the background? I need to get a piece of scrap paper. But as I'm walking here, I'm getting dripped on by all these trees. So I have like a big wet spot on the front of your shirt. All right, so we're gonna juice this up and we're gonna stamp off because I don't want the full strength of this. So we're just gonna lightly stamp off. Put that on the side, and now we're just going to line this up. And I don't think there's any right way to do this. You just kind of line it up the best you can. Now it kind of gives like a 3D type look to it, where you have some dark spots and you have light spots. Now we're going to take the other stamp that has the leaves, and I know trees don't have blue leaves, but I just thought it was really pretty. So we're juicing that up. And this one we're going to do full strength over the top. Give it a nice press and lift that off. Isn't that pretty? All right, so we're going to put this on the side. We're going to stamp our sentiment. And our sentiment we're going to use is "A sweet friendship is good for the soul." All right, so we're going to juice that up. And that down. And with that heavy snow, my internet was super wonky. It kept turning on, turning off, turning on, turning off. I don't know what that deal is. All right, so we have that. We'll close this so we don't make a big hot mess. All right, let's assemble the rest of the card. So we're just going to flip this over. We're going to grab some dimensionals. Now, is this just not the most ginormous thing of dimensionals? So this was what came in my last paper pumpkin. So I only used a few of them. I'm going to keep using the rest of it. So this is what you got in your kit for paper pumpkin. And this here is the normal size of our sheets. Isn't that crazy? It was ginormous. All right, so let's see. Oh, we need dimensionals on here. All right. So quick update on my kitchen remodel. So we have kitchen cabinets installed. My hubby worked really hard getting those cabinets installed. Doing projects like that makes you realize that we are just not spring chickens anymore. I don't know how he does it. He works a full-time job and he comes home and works on the kitchen. All right, so I think he's a keeper. All right, so we have that part, and now let's put this on. We'll just center this at the bottom. There we go. And now I'm going to grab some white twine. So this is from it was the baker's twine. So we're going to do a double bow. So I'm going to grab enough to tie a bow. That's that. And then we're doing a double, so we want 2 strands. So now that the cabinets are in, I say very loosely, he's going to be working on putting in the countertops. So we decided to go with the butcher block countertop. So I'm excited about that. Because we do a lot of cooking. Even though it's just the two of us at home. I think we do more cooking now that the kids are out of the house than when they were at home. Alright, so we'll just play with this. So I'll have to post some pictures because he has been working really hard. Today he's going to finish up some of the electrical. That's always fun. Alright, so we're going to grab some mini glue dots. And I'm just going to grab one because this is not very large twine. So we're going to put that right on our tree. Just like that. And then we have some rhinestones. So I'm going to grab my Take Your Pick tool. I love this thing. This is like the best invention. I don't know who came up with it, but it's awesome. So we're going to grab a big one. We'll put a big one there. And we'll grab some smaller ones. Just like that. All right, so here is card number 1. All right, so let's put this on the side and on to card number 2. All right, so card number 2, we are taking our wild wheat paper. Now, when I saw that this paper had come out, I'm not going to lie, I was not a huge fan. However, as I played with it a little more, I found that I really, really liked it. So, and I'm kind of sad it's going away because it's not like brown, it's not yellow, it's not green. It's kind of all those colors into one, which I think is really cool. All right, so we're going to take this and fold this in half. This is going to be our card base. We'll press that down. All right. Now, we have our copper clay. And I already cut a strip of the designer paper. So here we have like this little pattern here. And then we have the dots. We used the dots already, so I'm going to show this side. So I'll put some adhesive on. And it's a little longer than what I needed, but that's all right. We'll just trim that up. Yeah, so with these colors going away, you're definitely going to want to stack up so that if you have the ink pads, you want to get your color refills. Because you don't want to be able to not refill them once you run out. All right, so now I took a piece of our basic beige and I cut it out with the Countryside Corners dies. So we're going to stamp our tree. Let's see. That's going to go there. So let's stamp our tree. We're going to use some Mossy Meadow. And we will use our copper clay. So we will juice up our our tree base here. Get that all covered. And we're going to go full strength. We're going to go down. We're going to put our sentiment at the top. That nice press. There we go. Just clean that off. All right. So then what we're going to do is grab our stamp of our leaves and we'll put that in our Mossy Meadow. Now, I do have an ordering special. What it is basically you just spend $40 and I will send you this 6-card kit for free as a thank you. I really appreciate all your love and support. So I want to thank you by sending you a 6-card kit. There we go. So I do have the link and I have all the information attached in this video. So be sure to check that out. So we did that full strength. See how it gives like the different depths of leaves. So you have some darker, you have lighter. And I'm going to close this. Now we're going to grab the stamp with the thank you. We'll turn this way so you can see it a little better. So if you are watching, I see we have several people watching. So please put in the comments that you are here. Say hello. I would love to hear from you. So we're going to put our sentiment right at the top. Just like that. Now you could stamp this on a different color paper and die cut it out and put it on the top if you would like to do that. You do you. All right. Don't think I need this color anymore, so we'll just close that up. All right, so now let's put everything together. So I do have some ribbon here. Where did it go? So we have the white, and this is the frayed ribbon. Now this is on our last chance list. I think it's like $4.60 for a spool. So once it's gone, it is gone. If you make a purchase and I send you the kit, you will get enough to do your project. All right, so we are going to tie a knot. It's a really nice ribbon to work with. I really like it. All right, so we're going to tie a double knot. So we're going to put it a little tighter. So when you let go, it kind of loosens up a little bit. There we go. So that's a little bigger than what I want. So we'll trim that down. But let's get this in place. Slide that down. So you want to slide it down almost to the edge. And then we'll nip our ends. There we go. Oh, a little piece is hanging out. All right, so let's flip it over and let's start assembling our pieces. So we have the copper clay. We're going to attach that to our base. So, and you will also want to think about, it was just announced yesterday or the day before, I'm not 100% sure. The price of cardstock, unfortunately, is going to be increasing with the new catalog. So you will want to stock up if you're running low. So that's something to think about. And while you're stocking up, I can send you this card kit for free. So again, all the details are in this video. Yeah, I think it's going up $2.50. So the colored cardstock is going up that amount. The white is going up that amount. The thick white, they're actually going to be discontinuing that. I'm not quite sure why, but they have their reasons, I'm sure. I just haven't listened to the video explaining the reasoning. But they are discontinuing the thick basic white. You will be able to get it though, however, in a 12 by 12 sheet. So they're not taking it away completely. They're just taking away the 8.5 by 11.5. All right, so we are almost done with this card. Let's put our embellishments on. We'll grab one of the big ones. Let's see, we'll put that right there. I love these rhinestones. I think the rhinestones are so pretty. And don't forget the rhinestones, you can also color them with your blender pens. So here is card number 2. All right, so there's that. And card number 3. I think you will really like this one. I think this one was fun. All right, so we have our Moody Mauve. This is another color that's going away. So So you'll want to make sure you stack up. All right, we're going to fold this in half. Just like that, and let's smoosh down the sides. All right, so we have that. Now we have our basic white. And in any of these cards that we're making, I highly suggest putting a white in here. And in your kit, that will be included, the white, so that you can have something to write on. Because otherwise the paper itself is just a little too dark. So your kit will include that as well. All right, so we have a 5 1/4 by 4 piece of white. Oops. And then I have the Designer Series paper, and that's cut just slightly smaller. So this is another pattern in that Designer Series paper. It's a 6 by 6. The stripes, on the flip side, you have the really pretty leaves. So I want the stripe side. So we will put adhesive on this side. Oh, I hear snow falling off my roof. There we go. So we have that. Now we're going to grab that really pretty ribbon. Again, don't forget, it's on the last chance list. I think it's $4.60. So you can't go wrong for a spool of ribbon. Let's see, this is 5 yards of ribbon. All right, so we don't want any crinkles in the back. We're going to tie a bow. So let's see here. Make our knot. And it doesn't matter the placement of the bow while you're tying it. You can always twist and turn it. So again, I like to pull mine tight so that the paper curls a little bit. Because when it releases, it will get looser. It's with any ribbon. So tight. Get your bow. Plus, when you adhere it down, it'll straighten it out. All right, come and get my fingers in there. There we go. And we'll trim our ends. Let's see, I'll do it the way I can see it here, so I trim it the right direction. There, let's trim this side. Perfect. All right. Slide that over. All right. So there we go. There we have that. Now, I stamped on a piece of scrap paper the leaf stamp. So it was this one here. I don't know if you can see that. We'll put the paper behind it so you can see it. And then I die cut with the full-size tree. Now I don't need the full-size tree. We're going to trim this off. But we're going to do some gluing. So I'm going to get my little silicone mat. And I cut out the gnarly tree. So we're going to put a little bit of glue on the back. Now remember, a little bit of glue goes a long way with this liquid glue. Alright, so we're just going to put little bits in various spots just to kind of hold it down. You just need a couple little dots. Now you could attach a piece of the adhesive paper behind it and then die cut it out, but I always think of that after I've already done it, so there's that. All right, so I think I'm good there. All right, so let me trim this just a little bit. Oh, a piece of ribbon, doesn't want to leave. All right, so let's put this on here. So you're just going to kind of put it, you want to line up the back part of the tree so that you know you have it somewhat straight. And that's how that glues on. Super simple. We're going to flip it and put some dimensionals. little guys are getting away from me today. All right, so let's peel these off. All right, and we are going to put this over the ribbon. That's why we use the dimensionals, so it can go over the ribbon. We're going to move this up just a little bit. Oops. Because I want to be able to put my sentiment towards the bottom. All right, so there we have that. Now I need, because I don't want this base just willy-nilly hanging here, so I'm going to grab my mini dimensionals and we're going to cut. Now when you cut your dimensionals, and I know I've said this many, many, many times, you want to cut it with the backing paper and the top paper, okay? And we're just gonna cut one of these little guys in half. All right, we'll pick it up, just like that. And we're gonna take the backing off. Make sure when you're doing this, you don't have lotion on your hands, because then it's not going to stick. All right, so we're gonna try and peel it off my finger. And we'll flip this up and put this at the thickest part of the root of the tree, and then push that down so it will hold it. Now you could cut a really super teeny tiny piece and put it on this end, but I'm not. All right, so here is our label. So going to stamp our sentiment. And let's see here, we will use the Mossy Meadow. Squish that down. There we go. All right. Clear that off. And stamp that down. I really like this banner type label. It's fun, it's different. All right, we'll close that up. And now let's assemble. So let's put this on the side. We'll flip this over and grab our full-size dimensionals. All right. So peel those off. Put this right on our base. Just like that. Now we need some dimensionals behind this. I'm just going to do 2, but you could do as many as you like. Alright, move that out of the way. Now this is a long banner. So you want to make sure that it's going to fit properly on your card. There we go, just like that. And we need our rhinestones. And with your kit, you will get a few of the rhinestones. Let's do one there. Let's do a bigger one up here, and we'll do a medium size right there. You want to do an odd number. All right, so here is card number 3. All right, so we used the Twisted in Time stamp set. All right, we used the In Color designer paper, designer series paper. This paper is going away once the new catalog comes out. So any of the colors included in this pack, so the boho blue, copper clay, moody mauve, pebbled path, and wild wheat. All those 5 colors are going away because they're bringing in 5 new fabulous colors, and I can't wait to find out what colors they are. So we made this card. Isn't that pretty? I think it's so pretty. This is a more masculine style card. And here we have the boho blue. All right, so I hope you enjoyed the cards. I had fun making them with you. Don't forget to check out that last chance list. And while you're checking it out, if by chance your purchase is $40 or more, and you're ordering through me at the link I've attached in the video, I will send you this 6-card kit for free. You'll get to make 2 of each of these with the inserts, with the insides. So you'll get that. You'll get some ribbon. You will get some of the gems, the rhinestones. And you'll get everything minus the stamps and ink. So you can use whatever stamps you want, but if you want them to look like mine, you would need to get